So this week's Real Animals Adventure is going to be an absolute classic. Just outside New York City, just across the river in Jersey City, and I can't tell you how excited I am. I've never put my hands on a striper, and everyone I've talked to says the same thing, that Captain Frank Crisatelli up here in the New York, New Jersey area is the guy. Josh Clymer from Aqua Traction. Josh knew Frank. I wanted to catch stripers. I am really excited about this adventure. He's a contender guy like I am, so we got all the creature comforts of the big 35 contender rolling around with the Aqua Traction under our feet. Doesn't get much better. Cannot wait to see how this one goes.
Don't go away. Let it be the thing that I am longing for. Let's fly out from Manhattan to the...
So what do you think?
Well, I think it's an interesting city for sure. I mean, I've never been to New York City. Just spent a couple days there with my wife. What's a striper like? I've never caught a striper, so to me, that's the big one.
Stripers are a pretty cool fish. I mean, just a real thick-shouldered, beefy fish that, you know, to me, it's similar to like fights like a redfish, and you know, kind of looks a little bit like a snook, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. It's a popular game fish, so I want to check one off my list.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this adventure big time. First time fishing for stripers, so you know, we're here. You know, New York, New Jersey, fishing New York Harbor. Maybe we grab some food here, maybe a piece of pizza later, and go catch them up tomorrow.
Absolutely. What's your goal? What's your goal tomorrow?
I think like at least a 35-plus pounder.
35-plus pounder would be an awesome fish.
It would be a good open, right?
Yeah.
I hear they get really, really big.
Oh,
so.
yeah. They get a lot bigger than that, but a 35 pounder is going to be a heck of a fish.
I'm not greedy.
Yeah.
What's the game plan today, you think?
Yeah, so we got some heavy west wind. We're gonna try and stay a little protected. We have a little bit of the outgoing tide here, so we'll fish some structure spots here in New York Harbor, and then we'll venture around, see if we can't find, you know, the big schools of Menhaden, bunker we call them locally, right? Or pogies down south.
Yep.
And usually the stripers are around them. If we can, we'll net them, and then we could live line with them. We got some eels. We'll drift a couple of eels around these structure spots, throw some jigs, see what happens.
I cannot wait to see what the good Lord gives us. This one's going to be incredible.
You'll see the speed will change when they really swallow it. Like that. See how it increased there quick? Okay, just come tight. You've probably got it. There you go. You on?
Yeah.
No? Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, I can't tell. Oh yeah, he's on there. Oh, there he is.
There you go.
There he is.
Oh,
it's
blue
a blue.
dog.
It's a big blue. It is. Thought we had the first striper, and it's a big bluefish.
I was just about to say there's your first striper.
That will be my biggest bluefish ever, though. I've caught a lot of bluefish, but I've never caught a bluefish that big. That's a big bluefish. One of the many creatures here in the harbor, huh?
That's why it wasn't a fabulous run,
Yep.
you know? Because he was chewing. The funny thing about bluefish is
everyone jumped in the boat, Anthony.
Everyone curses them until they're not around anymore, and then
they're fun to catch, dude. If you don't like catching that
that's
fish,
a Jersey tarpon right there, buddy.
There's something wrong with you. Get in there. Oh, get in there. There he is. Anthony got him. Anthony got him.
Blue dog.
Woo! Super cool, super strong, great fight. I know Anthony was wanting to snag my first striper right there, but that was super cool. That's a big bluefish. Fight is incredible. Screaming the drag on this little pin. Nice work. such an absolutely beautiful place here. The bridge is gorgeous, just being surrounded by the city. I've been looking forward to this trip ever since Josh brought it up, and you know, Frank is just absolutely awesome. This is a really, really cool opportunity. I can't wait to see how this all goes. You know the drill. My man Josh Clymer, the owner of Aqua Traction Marine Flooring, which I absolutely love the product, and Josh and I have become really good friends. He's an absolutely avid, crazed angler. Doesn't matter what it is, tarpon, permit, he loves to catch them all. And he's got this laid back, super calm demeanor, which is, you can never tell is if he's having a really good morning or a bad morning, or whether he's uptight about the bite or happy about the bite. You really can't tell until he gets a fish on and it gets in the boat. Once it gets in the boat, Josh turns into this whole other happy person. And it's fun to watch. You know how much he loves it, how passionate he is, how focused he is to try to catch fish, and I really enjoy our time together, and he's become a good friend of mine.
All right.
Hi, boy. I thought I got eaten, but he let it go. Oh, maybe not. He's swimming at me, maybe. I'll let you know here in a minute.
Oh,
Yep.
there you go. Little striper. Oh, Mike, the good news is you can only go up from there, right?
Hey, don't make fun of my little fish.
When speaking of my fish, never use the word small.
Right, exactly.
All right,
That fish doesn't know it's little.
little. The bait was half his size.
Yeah, it ate a big, big bunker. That's crazy. There it is. So we've been chasing.
Oh boy, we worked hard for that
Tough
guy.
conditions, yeah.
We worked hard
Super
for
windy.
that guy. But there's a New York City striper. That's what they look like.
Hey, you got to catch your first one.
That's right.
Little stinker. Where's your big brother?
Little mama. I want your mother.
We had some weather kind of roll through the night before our first day of fishing. Some big rain came through. We were hoping it would kind of push through and then calm, you know, down, which of course it never does, and it didn't do. We were lucky to be in the 35 contender. We were lucky that the wind was out of the west, so that we were able to fish. Frank had said many times, any other direction with 20 to 30 mile an hour winds, and we probably wouldn't have been able to fish at all. So we were lucky to be able to just get out there. And again, Frank did a great job of just knowing where, when, how. It was overall a tough day. We couldn't get to a lot of the stuff we wanted to get to. You know, it's tough to watch the birds when you're fighting, you know, 3 foot, 4 foot seas out there. But again, he did a great job, and you know, the Lord blessed us with a really beautiful second day. So, you know, all things turn around for you if you just be positive and stay in the moment, and that's basically what we had. I try not to travel with crazy expectations. You know, I've been doing this a long time, and fishing's fishing. You know, some days the big fish eat, and some days they don't eat. I go into all of them just hoping that we can get a show that we like, that we want to put out, that we want to deliver. But the opportunity to tug on, you know, a big 30+ pound striper, to me would be pretty amazing. Again, it's something I've never done. So this striper, this striper, this striper, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm blessed to be here. Happy that the good Lord gave us a window to try to catch some of these fish. You know, weather-wise, we've had weather in the area off and on for a couple days. So just the opportunity to get out here and chase them is special. If you can catch a 30+ pound fish, that would be icing on the cake.
Okay, you could turn it now, I think. Is it cooking good speed?
Yep.
There he is!
on them, nice pressure.
Fresh, fresh.
Okay.
Oh, we got a double.
We got a double. I thought I heard Josh hooked up.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I told you grandma's cookies, Josh.
Oh, that one got some weight, doesn't it?
Yeah, this and these up top.
Get a big one to come up.
Oh,
There he is on the surface there.
Big fish?
looks
Yeah,
like
it's not a, I didn't see a good look, but it's on top. Josh got some weight to his too. I like it.
We've been out here working hard all morning. It's almost like you're chasing these bunkers around. It's like chasing rainbows. You chase one pod and the next pod are further away. And we finally got ourselves on a good school here and doubled up. I think that both of these are going to be good fish.
See the difference of
Yeah,
that fish from yesterday.
yeah,
This one would probably fit in that one's mouth.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that one from yesterday probably fit in this one's mouth. Yeah, the big ones get up top and they just open their mouth, you know, so you have all that resistance. And then they do that big swish of that tail. That one tail's like that wide.
I can tell you this, it's a beautiful place to catch a fish.
Yeah, it is.
That's a pretty backdrop right there.
Yeah, that's the Rockaways. That's Fort Tilden, and that's a Marine Parkway bridge that connects Brooklyn to Queens.
Doesn't get much better than this. I mean, we're out here early morning, hooking up with some giant fish out here, giant inshore fish. Hooked up on a striper here. I mean, these things have got some shoulders on them. A lot like tugging on a big redfish. They just like to hug the bottom and just won't come up. They try to tire you out, and this one's doing a really good job at it right now.
Look at the size of that fish, dude.
Oh, dude.
It's a nice
Just
fish.
saw color.
You know, you're
Wow.
talking about top 10% of the size that they grow to is what's pretty much around here.
Yeah.
But that's why you don't catch them, you know, every minute.
Well, you know what? Oh, oh, come on, baby. Come see me.
Look at the size of that one.
Dude, seriously.
Look at that fish. Just keep.
Oh, stay out of them motors. Stay out of them motors. Yep, I got you. I'm going to try.
That big old pig right there. Holy cow.
All right, there, give me that net. Net! Can we get the net? We're in trouble here. All right, swing the rod that way. Oh, this dude's barely hooked.
Yeah, baby. Come on. Come on, dog. Frank Crisatelli, you go crazy. Look at that silly thing right there, brother.
Dude, that looks like a striped bass, only bigger. Look at that hook.
Dude, that's unbelievable. When I tell you that I probably talked to no less than 8 or 10 people who just in the conversation by me mentioning I was going to New York to fish for striper, people knew right away. They were like, well, you got to be fishing with Captain Frank Crisatelli. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. He's the guy in the New York metropolitan area to go catch these fish with. And everyone said the same thing. Big personality, he's gonna have a big cigar in his mouth the whole day. Very New York experience. And about halfway through fishing, probably early into our second day there, it dawned on me that I don't know that I've ever met anyone in my entire life that is as advertised as Captain Frank Crisatelli. I love the way you take care of them like that.
Yeah, you know, that fish probably has something like 6 million eggs in it.
How old is that fish?
We can look up the chart. I would say that fish is probably double digits.
Beautiful. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. You are what we came for.
See you later, honey.
Here she goes. Frankie, my brother,
Man.
that was awesome, dude.
I
That
feel
was
like I just
absolutely-
married off some ugly daughter or something, boy. I gotta tell you.
Josh Clymer, what a morning. Hey, wait, nice timing, kid.
Oh yeah, perfect,
nice timing
huh?
with the
Perfect.
plug. Double whammy. That is
Hey,
so cool.
I'm not greedy, but let's do that 10 more times.
That's why you come right there. We had to work. We had really tough day yesterday. Lots of weather. Woke up this morning. It's beautiful. Frank and Anthony charged up, ready to go. And that's the key. You want to find a really, really good guide who even after a tough day wakes up the next day and attacks it with vigor. These guys are the best. Unbelievable. This week's Real Animals Tip of the Week, I'm with one of my very good friends here, the owner of Aqua Traction, Josh Clymer. You know, Josh, for many, many years now, I've been telling all the viewers and all of our listeners that the product itself, Aqua Traction as a product, to me, just, it's superior. I just love the way I love the way it holds up. I love the way it's super, you know, easy to clean up, all those good things. What is it that you think makes Aqua Traction so special?
What makes us the best and what separates us from any of our other competitors out there is simply the dealer and the dealer network that we have. We've got top-notch dealers. You know, I mean, we're up here fishing in New Jersey right now, and you got to meet our Aqua Traction New Jersey dealer yesterday. Fantastic guy.
Yeah.
You know, his boat's back here. We've got dealers all throughout the country that are there to take care of all of our customers, fully supportive, but their people are very, very in tune with the industry itself, take a lot of pride in their work, come out here and spend days on the water, understand their customer base, and so, you know, that's what makes Aqua Traction the best. I mean, we've got the best dealers and most experienced dealers out there.
And the best product.
And the best product.
The people behind the brand, in my opinion, always make the brand. I love everything about Aqua Traction, love hanging out with Josh, love the way he runs this company. Go to aquatraction.com, find out for yourself why all marine flooring is not the same. Do your homework, you'll find out. Just like I'm telling you right now, Aqua Traction is the best.
Right here, 11 o'clock. Good one, work it hard, Mike.
You often think that fishing is fishing, and it really is. You know, your tactics change and your tackle changes and the conditions and the clarity of the water and a lot of things change, but you know, fishing is fishing, and I think striper fishing is not all that much different than some other styles of fishing that I've done, but it's unique because of the big bunker pogie schools, you know, out off the beach. You know, at one point I'm throwing a topwater plug that's 10, 11 inches long. It's just mind-boggling. You catch a 36-pound striper and you think, dear God, this is huge. It's kind of crazy. So just a great adventure, super cool fish. I enjoyed some of the smaller fish around the rock islands on topwater. You know, striper on topwater plug is just absolutely insane. Topwater, definitely not my favorite thing to do. I've done a lot of it, but I love the explosion. But a lot of times if you're on a kind of a ticky-tack bite, it's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of concentration. My ADD kicks in, it's not my favorite. But once you see the first striper explode on a topwater plug, then you're in, you get it. You just, all of a sudden you're hyper-focused and you're just working your tail off for that next big explosion. Super, super cool.
Amazing shit. Slam. Oh, there he is. Oh, let him eat it. Go, go, go. He's there. There he is.
That was a crazy eat, bro.
I love it.
That was a crazy eat. Crazy eat again. Topwater on stripers, that's the way to go. Unbelievable. They just pound a bait.
They love that pause, right?
Yeah.
That was nice. Now you see there was a live bait down there and he didn't want the live bait, he wanted that.
That was really sweet.
Nice little bass.
Yeah, nice.
Catching it that way on that tackle is awesome. That rod's matched perfectly for that.
See if we can land. He sees that net, he's like, I don't like that net, dude. Look at that, dude. That is awesome.
Good job,
Captain.
You're a regular pro with that thing.
I don't know about that, but that's amazing.
Mike, you might be onto something with this fishing thing. Stick with it.
That is amazing. I'll tell you what happens when you get that big explosion. Topwater for me, a lot of times, especially if it doesn't seem like they're eating it, I can get bored with them really quick. But after the big eat we had earlier on the topwater, man, you just want to keep throwing it and throwing it and throwing it and praying that another big striper blows up on it because it's epic. You have to come and do this. This was Josh's idea, actually, and I'm grateful. Great, absolutely incredible trip, incredible. So I think one of the cool things about, you know, being in New York Harbor with a guy like Captain Frank Crisatelli, who's been doing it for so long, is you know, the history here. Every island has a story. You know, the skyline now has stories. You know, Frank was on the water the day of 9/11, so, you know, getting that story, you know, from him, first-hand accounts of what he saw that morning, how it felt to be in that city at that time. You know, when the phone lines go dead and there's no communication, and you're not sure what's going on. We all of us remember where we were 9/11 morning. So this was a really neat trip to dive into, and not just, you know, 9/11, but to dive into all of it, because again, a lot of these islands are, you know, there's iconic stories that go with a lot of these, you know, landmarks, these landmark islands in New York Harbor. And it was a cool part of the trip. It was definitely part of the trip that I'll never forget. And I would take every opportunity to come back here and fish it all over again. It was a really, really great Real Animals adventure.
I don't know if that's good or bad, though.
Oh, it's great. As advertised, my friend.
As advertised. I should make a shirt of that.